Aloha, how's everybody? Great job today. I can't explain how excited I am that we got through the whole process. It might not all have sunk in, everything we talked about, but my goodness, you got through 4 lessons worth in one setting. Now here's the idea. When we play our spider exercises, these get our fingers super strong. What you'll notice is when you first started playing, our fingers kind of did this thing where they felt like a little baby doe standing on their legs and not being able to stand up straight. After doing your spider exercises and being able to change them so you instrumentally can play whatever your brain is thinking, what happens is you end up building this muscle tension between here. In correlation with doing our step 2, our teeter-totters, our lesson 2, our lesson 1 spiders influence good finger placement. So what we go through is just C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C in every key. When we're in the key of C, as you saw, there's no black keys. And to boot, there isn't a black key in between E and F and B and C, meaning when we do our notes, C to D is a whole step, D to E is a whole step, then E to F is a half step. No matter if you're doing it on a piano that has the black keys, or an instrument with strings, or a saxophone, or anything that's monotonal, or a not ditonal, more than one, or polytonal, something more than just one tone, one frequency. Like here's a note. That is a monotone. This is a harmony. That is a ditone, and here is a triad, which makes it a polytone. So chords are all triads, they're all polytones. Long story short, when we play our third finger here and do a C major, the note we're playing is a C, because this is the A string. A sharp, A double sharp, A triple sharp, doesn't matter what I call it, the tone is still always going to be the tone. So even if I didn't know that this was C sharp, I would hear that it's different than a C by how it sounds. So what we do is we use the C major, which has a C, an E, and a G, and then a low C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, 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 same note. So when we play a C, we actually have a 1-3-5. C, E, G, 1-3-5, which makes triad. So when we see C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C written down, we can get rid of our C at the end and still have C, D, E, F, G, A, B. When we look at our triads, meaning say the letters, skip the 2 and the 4, no matter what we're in the key of C, it spells out what our major 4th would be, our major 5th. There's no way to get around it. We didn't cover this, but if you were on a piece of paper to write down C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then write out all your triads, they would all work. C would be C, E, and G. D would be D, F, and A. E would be E, G, and B. F would be F, A, and C. G would be G, B, and D. A would be, or A minor, would be A, C, and E. And then the B diminished would be B, D, and F. If you did that in, let's say, D, D has 2 sharps. So when we say F, it's no longer a natural, nor is C. We would say D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and then D again. So when we do that same process, my D major, my 1, my tonic, my root, my foundation, major. D major would be D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and then D. So get rid of my 2 and 4, I have D, F sharp, G, A. So my D major triad is D, F sharp, A. When I play a D note, an F sharp, and an A note, I get my D major. So the chord we learned at the end with our Christmas song is a D major. The chord you know for the D in your C major is a D minor, because the 2nd, 3rd, and the 6th of every major chord are going to be minor, giving us C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C major again. So I'm going to go through those really slow. C major. We can also play C major by playing it at the 3rd fret. We're going to put an exercise at the end of here, which is going to help with our fingers' movement for majors and minors and getting used to bar chords. But our C could be here. Our D minor could be right here, or we could bar up just the top 3 here. D minor, E minor, B, G, E, B, G, E. There's my minor triad plus the high G. The reason why we play E minor 2 different ways, like a bar chord, uses the D minor shape right here, is because when I move my E minor up to like an E to F, I can't play play that same F minor because that G has a dissonance. However, if I move that E minor bar chord up, I can move this up all day. Every single chord will be a minor chord. Shoots? So C major, D minor. Remember, D minor is an F major, dropping our third finger down here on the C string at the second fret for that D note. F note, A note, D note, D minor. E minor, B, G, and E, or a bar chord, same difference because this note is the same as this note. They're unison. They're both Bs. Our next note is going to be an F major, which you're super great at. We've got an F, we've got a C, and we've got an A. Well, F, A, C is a F, G, A, B, C. Get rid of my 2 and 4. I'm left with F, A, and C. That's my F major. G, A, B, C, D. Get rid of my 2 and 4. I'm left with G, B, and D. Here's my G, here's my B, and here's my D. A minor, because in the key of C, I've got C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, minor 6. A minor has A, B, C sharp, D, E for a major. I'm going to get rid of my 2 and 4. I've got A, C sharp, and E, but that is a major. So I'm going to need to make that third half of what it is. So I flatten my median, and I become A minor. C, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor. First finger on the F note. Second finger on the thick string, the C string at the second fret for the D note, and then our bookend up here is a B, giving us what you spelled today, which is amazing. B diminished has a B, D, and F. B, D, F, and it resolves to the major. Amazing job. I can't tell you how well that is. What we do next is we just figure out how to add notes to our triads to make a C major sound like a C major 7 or a C dominant 7. Or we could do a C major with a D up top and have a C sus2. What we do is we learn how to manipulate our triads to make our ear hear something interesting. So a B major can have a B7 and it does a special purpose. I really enjoyed seeing you today. I hope all this kind of just a little tad of it sunk in. If you take away from this, in the key of C, in the key of D, and the key of E, all these have different chords. They're based off of having triads. In C, we don't have to worry about sharps or flats. All the notes are natural. So when we have our chord building exercises, we just simply say C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. There's no need to say C, D, E, F, G, A, C flat, C, because we would not say things twice. When talking to you, I would not repeat things or add superfluous information because you're intuitively already understanding. That's just how it goes. So in music, what we do is we don't say crazy stuff. Now, every so often you'll see like a double flat written in a piece of music. That's just because it's easier to see 2 flat notes and associate it with having a dominant chord. But most of the time, we just put the letter like a C and then a 7 right next to it. Here's a C major. It has a C, E, and G. There's my triad. But as soon as I move this top note down a whole step, I no longer have C, E, and G. I have C, E, G, but I'm influencing it with a B flat, giving me a C7. C major 7, C dominant 7. A little wordy, so all I say is C major 7, C7. We'll get to that next week, but those are a caveat in playing music. The rhythms that we're working on this week are all downstroke rhythms. So remember, when you're doing your lesson 1 spider exercises, keep it pretty consistent. Do it at the same speed. And remember, don't stop when you get to the top. Keep going. Heck, you can even go up 4 frets. Go up to the 5th fret. 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. All with the pointer finger over here, hitting out these quarter notes, all right? And then your teeter-totters. Any note that we learned today, like our B diminished. F, D, and B, play it in one way, teeter-totter, and switch it to your other fingering pattern, and make sure you can do your rhythm exercises with that. Keeping this right hand going, playing on the 1, and switching by the 2. Every time you do this, you get a little stronger in our foundation of our chords. I really enjoyed seeing you. I'm going to send along 2 holiday songs as well as this video, and I hope that you have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Ugh.